Blessed love and blessings way up, my fire fam. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to cut off the ring for new boxers, because a lot of times when you're boxing, you just get into the habit of circling. Okay, Jess, hold up. Y'all know Mr. Bagadocious. We just doing a drill, and this dude got his mouthpiece in. You know how you were supposed to be throwing punches, he got his mouthpiece in. And this is Billy Silence. So Billy's a mover, and Mr. Bagadocious over here is a pressure fighter, so I'm using them. So get to it. So Billy's the mover, and right now, Jess is circle more, Billy. You see that? Right now, Jess is just circling him. He's not cutting off the ring. And this is what it looks real good. This is what most people are gonna do. They're gonna get into the habit of just circling their opponent. And we don't wanna do that when you're dealing with a fighter that moves really well. They have good lateral movement. So now I'm gonna show you guys how to cut off the ring and what it means to cut off the ring. All right, give me a pause real quick. So what it means to cut off the ring is we're gonna make the ring a half. We're gonna do half the ring. So when you have a mover that's constantly moving, like Billy loves to move, instead of circling with him, you wanna step with him laterally. Exactly, you wanna step with him. You wanna keep that man in front of you. You don't wanna get to the, now you see as Jess is stepping with him, he's closing the distance more. Billy Silence back is closer to the rope, and Jess is doing a really good job of keeping Billy Silence. You know, you see Billy Silence's back is getting closer and closer and closer to the rope, and nice, step. That was a good cutoff. Word, give me a pause real quick. Very good. So now take it to him. Now we're gonna do it a little bit slower. That was like, you know, they're really doing a little bit of work. So now we're gonna do it a little bit slower just to show you guys exactly what cutting the ring off means. So Billy, he starts his lateral movement, go a little bit slower. And as you see, Jess is stepping with him. He's stepping with him. He's not just going like this, circling with him. He's stepping laterally with him. Good. He's stepping laterally with him. Fighters that are really good at cutting off the ring, you see now he has Billy Silence in the corner there. Good job. Give me a pause real quick. Very good. Thank you, guys. And fighters that are really good at cutting off the ring, God, the microphone. I was doing good for a minute. Triple G, we hear, you know, Triple G, great cutting off the ring skills. Carnelo Alvarez, pretty good at cutting off the ring. So for you guys who've been asking me about pressure fighting and, you know, stuff like that, if you are a pressure fighter, you should definitely learn how to cut off the ring. And it seems like something that is like, huh? Who? Casemiro, which one?
Got his name. I forgot which one, but.
He's good at cutting off the ring?
No, he circles a lot.
He circles a lot, so he's not good at cutting off the ring, see? And when you watch boxing, you'll see a lot of guys, even professional fighters, and I'm talking about even top level fighters, you'll see a lot of guys that can't cut off the ring or they don't cut off the ring. But it seems like something that should be pretty easy, that should come pretty natural, but it's just not, not really taught. You know what I'm saying, a lot. But it is something that's not very difficult to learn. You just have to know that instead of circling, y'all get back into it real quick, you want to step laterally with your opponent. Keep that opponent in front of you. Step with him, just step with him. Yeah, keep that opponent in front of you. Do not just get into the habit of circling, because if you have a good fighter that moves well, you'll never catch up to him. You know what I'm saying? You'll never catch up to him. You keep him right in front of you, and it makes it a little bit more difficult. Give me a pause there. Now I'm gonna take this off, and then I'm gonna ask Billy Silence because Billy is a mover. So I'm gonna ask Billy if it becomes more difficult for him when somebody can cut off the ring.
For me, depending on the skill of the fighter, it could get a bit difficult and frustrating. Especially when you're on your back foot and you don't know what to do when you're being pressured. It could become overwhelming, or it can, become a bit confusing when you're dealing with a pressure fighter who knows exactly how to cut off the ring and how to step with you. It can get a bit confusing.
Word. Thank you, Billy. And then for Jess, now I want mouthpiece. Now I want Jess to explain the benefits of being a pressure fighter and knowing how to cut off the ring. What kind of benefits does it give you?
It makes the fight go in your favor.
Right. Why?
Because they have less space to move. So when you're pressuring them and they have less space to move, you can hit them easier to the body, to the head, and you can set up more shots.
Exactly. So here is the importance and the benefits of knowing how to cut off the ring. Now, it is not just for pressure fighters. To me, everybody should know how to cut off the ring. It's not just for pressure fighters, but it's something that if you are a pressure fighter, you should definitely know how to cut off the ring. So until the next video, thank you guys. Shout out to Mr. Bagadocious. Shout out to Billy Silence. And until the next video, peace and one love. Let's go on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Thank you, Billy.